All right, let's go to NC State. Their win total is 8.5 this year. Dave Doran back, longtime head coach. Robert and I and Tony Gibson are the coordinators, and I mentioned them because they're very well respected coordinators, especially Tony Gibson. Like he's done a very good job
Yep.
at a number of different stops, actually. Um, Last year they had Brendan Armstrong at quarterback. Didn't really live up to the hype. Had his moments. Yeah, it wasn't what they expected. And now they brought in Grayson McCall from Coastal Carolina, who it feels like has been in college football for a very long time. But I
I
I
know, right?
feel like we have a it's probably fair to assume that things will be a bit more steady under McCall at the very least than they were under Armstrong. Armstrong has highs and lows. That's kind of what he did. I think McCall will be a little more steady. They also brought in Jordan Waters, the running back from Duke, who was pretty good last year. Um, I don't know that I love much else about their offense, but their defense should be very good. Their schedule is pretty friendly.
Yes.
Um, why should I not take the over here, Ashton?
I don't have a good reason for you. I'm going to be joining you on the over. The schedule is what I kept coming back to with NC State. There's no
Yeah.
Florida State. There's no Miami on this schedule. They do play Clemson.
Hmm.
I like I said earlier, I think NC State has a real chance in that game, and they have the big non-conference game
Tennessee.
against
Yeah.
Tennessee, which is like I'm going to go ahead and give them a loss there. Like they're not going to be favored in that game. They'll probably lose to Tennessee. But you look at the rest of their schedule, and it's very manageable. It
Hmm.
really is. There's a lot out there. You have North Carolina at the end of the year, which is I mean that's going to be a rivalry game and fairly difficult, one would assume. But other than that, there's really not too many tough games on there. I mean,
Hmm.
Syracuse is there, Wake Forest, Cal, Georgia Tech is on there. So they're playing a lot of the lower teams in the ACC,
Yeah.
and yeah, like they avoid the big boys kind of. So I'm with you. Sign me up. I'm a fan of McCall. I liked him at Coastal. I think he's going to do good things in this NC State offense. It's not going to look great. Like NC State, they're not going to throw for 500 yards. Like that's just not going to happen. But they do have a really good defense, and they're going to be
Yeah.
really physical. So yeah, I like NC State and to go ahead and cover. You joined me, is that right? We're both on the over here.
Yes, I will take the over. It's close because I would tend to think that Clemson will beat them. NC State
Right.
got them last year. I think Clemson's going to get up for that game just for the
Mm-hmm.
revenge factor. I think Clemson and Tennessee are losses, but they might be favored in every other game, and I think they win 9 total. So I'll take the over. It's tight, but I think I'm fairly comfortable taking that over 8.5.